Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to video 26. My name is Oliver Henderson. I first would like to start by giving a shout out to some of the gentlemen that are outside the country that contacted me. And some of their names, and I may not be able to pronounce them all, but I'll try. Some of the names is Pamuski from Thailand, Rashid from Toronto, Canada, Abdul from India, Makhtari from Africa, Harvey from the UK, and there's more. I want to express my gratitude to you gentlemen. I appreciate you so much, you know, for all the things that you said, and the fact that you know, you were also interested in the birds. If you are outside the country and you're interested in shipping birds to the country that you live in, well, the process to do that is what I'm going to give you right now. So one of them is, the very first thing I suggest you do, and I've done this before, is that you want to contact the USDA Department of Agriculture. And if you look at the bottom of the screen, you should see all of the information, including the phone number, which is 650-876-9358. And then at that point, just find out if America will allow us to even ship to the country that you live in. Okay. Now once you do that, then you want to contact my local veterinarian that I've dealt with on several occasions, and her name is Dr. Sip. And she's at Berkeley Dog and Cat. And again, if you look at the bottom of the screen, you'll see all her contact information. And her number is 510-848-5041. Once you've made those contacts, the last thing that you need to contact is an airline. I used United Airlines in the past. You might want to make that phone call. I don't have the number. You can reach airlines very good. You don't really need to, whatever airline is in your local area that flies to the country you live in, that's the airline that chances are you need to contact. And then once you do that, you let me know and we'll make everything happen. Thank you very much, gentlemen. And if we can get birds to you, then I'm more than willing to help that happen. Some of the other things that I like to talk about is, first of all, I want to correct one of the statements I made in video 25 in terms of early performing birds, because I didn't really give the birds enough credit. Now, an early performing bird, just considering what I have here, my earlier performing birds come in around 2 weeks, believe it or not. 2 weeks, anywhere from 2 weeks to 3 months, 4 months, I would say that's an early performing bird. Now, but mind you, I'm correcting my statement I made in video 25. Anywhere from 4 to 8 is, I would say, is an average midterm developing bird. And anywhere from 8 months older than that, I would say is pretty much a late performing bird. So, just to correct that statement, and to give you a little bit more insight on what's happening with what I have out here, then I've been I'm ingratiated to do that. Now, the other thing I like to talk about is one of the things that I hear a lot of is back in the 1960s and the 1970s, there were terms that weren't used then that I hear today quite frequently, and one of them is individuals. Well, in 1978, I took a bird, line bred him to one of his daughters, had a bunch of babies. Basically, I used pumper pairs, and I took that individual and had a team of all his offspring. And this is how there were no longer individuals. You know, everybody spun together, everybody flew together, everybody did a lot of things what you see the competition guys do right now today. So if I was to be involved in competition, chances are this is what I do, and everybody that I know that put up really good numbers in competition. Usually the whole kit is related, but you might want to think about that. Some of the other things that weren't around in the early 60s was the term yellows. You know, we knew them as creams. And, you know, I mean, I'm okay with it, but I'm just a branch, you know, through, you know, old school stuff to what's going on today. The birds were called creams. Now you got yellows, you got lemons, and whatnot. So, you know, I mean, just to consider what's happening. All right. The other thing is one of the other terms is a break. When I was a kid, a break was when a bird actually broke out of the roll. These days, a break means actually a bunch of birds beginning to spin at the same time. So it's kind of different. There's some differences. Last but not least, the term roll down. Well, when I was a kid in 1960, we weren't calling birds roll downs. They were called suicides. But things have really changed. So anyway, I want to thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for all your support. And we'll see you next time.
Hey, girl.